Welcome back. After the break, India's August retail inflation rises to 7%. It is higher than July's brief respite of 6.71%. It remained above the Reserve Bank of India's tolerance band of 2 to 6% for the 8th consecutive month. My colleague Maria Shakil spoke to Sanjeev Sanyal, who is a member of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister. They spoke about how worried their government is and the possible intervention that's being looked into. Listen in.
India's August retail inflation rises to 7%. It is higher than July's brief respite, what was seen as 6.7%. But it remained above the Reserve Bank of India tolerance band of 2 to 6% for the 8th consecutive month. How worried is the government and what is the intervention that is being looked into?
First of all, do remember that the international context in which this is happening, where international oil prices have been consistently high now for several months. Although they have come down a little bit from the peak, they are still running at over $90 per barrel. That is feeding through to domestic everywhere around the world. This includes India, of course, because we do import the bulk of our energy requirements. So consequently, we are not immune to this. And it is filtering through to food prices and other prices as well. So with that context, do remember that, yes, inflation has been an issue that we do take very seriously. Inflation indeed is running above the 2 to 6% range that the Monetary Policy Committee has been given to target. So it is something that the Monetary Policy Committee will indeed take into account when it does next monetary policy evaluation. As far as the government is concerned, certainly there are certain inputs that the government will consider, whether it's in terms of how we think about food stocks, for example, and there are, as you know, concerns about the upcoming crops because of rain variations across the country. So we will be managing this very actively. However, in a world where, even in developed countries, double-digit inflation is, almost every developed country is seeing double-digit inflation. And in emerging markets like Turkey and others, you are seeing inflation in the 60, 70, 80% range. With that background, I think India has managed to do rather well. And there is no major domestic supply-side driven inflation that we can yet see.
And with that, it's a wrap on this bulletin. But do stay tuned. News and updates continue right here on CNN News 18.